Hey there, June 29th, 2021. I'm at the Venetian in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name's Chris Rich. I'm a Christian and I'm also a poker player. Now, Harvest and I got in 2 nights ago, and yesterday was the first day I was able to play. I played in a 1-3 no-limit game here at the Venetian, and at first it did okay. I played about 7.25 hours. I was up 130 at one point. I was doing all right for the first couple hours in the day. I wasn't getting run over by hands, but I got a few hands here and there. A lot of locals on the table, and they were old-timer locals starting the game. And so they really weren't in with a lot of money. So, you know, it was $100 that they were buying in with, and then they were, at the point I got some of my good hands against them and was able to get some of them all in. It was only for $50 here and there. So I managed to get up $130, and I was up like that for the first couple hours of the day. Now, I had some good conversation early on, good conversation with a guy next to me. He was retired from the Air Force, lives in St. Louis, and he gets out here pretty often, or at least regularly, to see his children. He also works currently as an engineer, but I never got to the point where I actually shared the gospel with him or asked if he was a Christian. Really got to figure, how to bridge that gap. Now, so that was the first couple hours of the game. Now, what happened after that was a complete table shift. Same table, but a lot of people left, so it really switched up. I got almost a whole new set of players with me. Guy next to me both guys next to me were not interested in engaging in conversation. At the other end of the table, what we had was several people that were loud, a bit obnoxious, but they were really just having fun and talking to each other. So they weren't rude or anything like that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. They were all really, really nice, but it wasn't really conducive for conversation. With them from down at my end of the table, it would have just been a bunch of banter back and forth across the table, which is a little bit difficult. The guy right next to me on my left-hand side, he was actually a bit rude. He was arrogant. He was making some rude comments under his breath, especially towards one specific player that was on the table that he apparently did not like. The other person next to me, I spoke very little English, and I was not able to engage in conversation with either of them. So at the end of the day, I end up leaving $44 down. So I didn't do great there. I also didn't do great in sharing the gospel with anybody. And so what I should have done, and this is what I learned from the day, is after I felt the table shift, after I realized that I was no longer conducive to sharing the gospel there, the conversation wasn't good, the people that were sitting directly next to me, I didn't have the ability to either talk to, or the person sitting right next to me was too prideful and arrogant that he didn't even want to engage in conversation. He was just focused on being angry towards this other guy. What I should have done was actually left the table. I should have gotten a different table change, or gone to a different casino, and I didn't. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to focus on sharing the gospel, finding that place where I can share the gospel, and then I'm going to try to keep in mind, try to recognize that if things are shifting and it's just not conducive, just don't waste my time there anymore. Just get up, ask for a table change, or go to a different casino to find another game that might be more conducive to conversation and that I can engage in conversation with people to share the gospel. So that's what I'm going to do today. That's what I'm focused on. I'll let you know how all that went, and have a great day, and God bless.